Hey, it's that time again. Pull up a chair and call a friend. We're talking about our days, the good and the weird, and memes so strange they should be feared. Some jokes pop, some jokes fall, but we keep on laughing through it all. It's blurry, it's cozy, it's a little bit funny. Oh yeah, well I thought it was funny. So tune in, baby, every other day. We got chuckles and cringe coming your way. It's a swinging little show, kinda loopy, kinda sunny. That's right, well I thought it was funny.
Good morning, folks. The time is 9:56 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 4th of February 2026. And of course, that's the 6th for my friends on the other side of the planet, those crazy time travelers from Australia. Big hello to everybody around the world, but a giant hello to that city with the most group members worldwide, Melbourne, Australia, also known as Narm. Folks, I hope everybody's doing good today. My name's Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny, and you folks are you, and you folks are amazing. And how do I know these things? Well, of course I know who I am. And being amazing, why would you want to be anyone else? And how do I know you're amazing? This community of ours, well, I thought it was funny. It wasn't amazing until you got here. And I think that math is pretty easy to do. That means you're amazing, my friend. So cheers to you, and cheers to the community of, well, I thought it was funny. And you know that community, our group here, well over 908,000 group members in total. That is incredible. Now we have two groups, both the same name. One is missing the comma after the well. That was because we had some issues when we were first starting to get popular with this community, and I'm glad we did that. But combined, we have about 908,000. Actually, more than that, really. One group is 904,000 just by itself. That's pretty amazing. And with numbers like that, that's more people than a lot of cities have population, right? So I like to call us, and I think it's fun, I like to call us the funniest city on the internet. Population us. Funny people in a funny place making people laugh. Cheers. At one moment here, folks, I just realized I didn't turn on my lights. So let's get that ready. Or let's get that going. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyways, so what have y'all been up to? I hope you've been having a great week so far. It is midweek and one day closer to the weekend for those folks in Sydney. Oh, I mean, Melbourne. Actually, all over down under. So what are y'all doing today? I hope you're all having a great week. It is Hump Day for a lot of us. And it is Thursday for, of course, those folks down under, those folks in Sydney and Melbourne. I told you on Monday that I was working a hockey game, and that was a game against Toronto Maple Leafs. Very busy game. Always a busy game when it's the Toronto Maple Leafs in town. And it was a late game. It started at 8 p.m., which if you were in Toronto watching the game, it would have been 10. So there's that. Tonight is another game, and it's the another really busy game. It's the Battle of Alberta. What is that? Well, Edmonton, Alberta, the capital of the province of Alberta, is their team, the Edmonton Oilers, is in town against our team, the Calgary Flames. Calgary being another large city in Alberta. That's where I live. And it's going to be a good game tonight, and it's going to be busy, and it starts at 8 o'clock. So another late one, going to be exciting, and these crowds are always huge for these games. You got games with when Edmonton's in town, when Toronto Maple Leafs are in town, when Montreal's in town, when Vancouver's in town. Always huge crowds. Usually a lot of drinking, but I gotta say, this season's been a lot more manageable. Now, I probably just jinxed myself, despite the fact that I don't believe in jinx. But it's been pretty good this year, and actually it's always good. You know, one weird or bad incident in a day doesn't wreck an entire day, right? So if you have a little blip or whatever, it's not a big deal. It's just go on to the next fun part. And I expect it's going to be a great night tonight. The only complaint I have, and it's very minor, is the fact that it's late. 1 hour later doesn't sound like much, but it sure does feel like a lot when you're talking about an hour at night. At least to me. These old bones get sore as it is. But yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight. That's what I did on Monday. Yesterday, Wendy and I went to go visit her dad. And after we visited her dad, we went to Costco to do some shopping. And then we stopped for a quick bite at A&W. Now, A&W Canada, although it originated as an offshoot of A&W in the U.S., it is a completely independent organization. We have something called the Burger Family that you folks in the States used to have, but you don't have anymore. Great burgers, and I love supporting Canadian businesses. That's not politics or anything, just something. So that's what we did yesterday. That's what I'm doing today. What are you folks doing? Why don't you leave a quick note on today's video? Just comment in the notes there, or if you feel like it, why don't you? Or just a quick comment down below, or if you feel like it, you can email us at admin@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to share some photos, that would be fantastic. You want to share some video, you do have to send that by email. And if that doesn't work, you can always send me a message and we'll make that work. But I'd love to hear from you. Love to see the photos of your pets, maybe your neighborhood, just anything you want to share that we can share, within reason. We'd love to hear from you folks. And please, can you do me a favor, please? Can you just click the reaction button just right down there where that mini Lee is? That would be fantastic. It helps me know that people are watching. Apparently it helps the algorithm get these videos out to other folks. And I don't know, maybe it'll inflate my ego a little bit. No, it's not about that, I promise. Folks, I do want to hear what you think of these videos if you're watching. I want to know if you're watching, and I do want to hear about you. Let's try to make the funniest city on the internet the friendliest city on the internet. And how can we do that? Maybe by getting to know one another. I think that'd be fun. So come on, folks, please share a little bit about yourselves, but please, please, please click that reaction button, at least that, and just, even if it's just, how are you doing today? I want to know. All right, well, there's my begging for you folks to send me some stuff, and people do. People do. I got some great photos on the last video. I got both of them of the moon. There was a huge moon the other day, and both Michelle Finnerty and my mom, Maureen Matherin, they both got great photos when they were out and about. And I'm going to show you the photos. We're going to start off with Michelle's photo. And Michelle lives on the eastern coast of the United States. And bringing that up right now. Michelle says she doesn't get a lot of great photos of the moon, but this one turned out very well. Looks fantastic, Michelle. She called it the snow moon, and I totally get that. There's that snow in the air and stuff like that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Michelle. And the next one from the same day is from my mom, and my mom is in southeast Ontario, Canada. And this is at 5 p.m. They're out walking. She was out walking Rufus, her amazing dog. I think that's a great photo. These are both great photos of the moon. Thank you very much, Michelle. Thank you very much, Mom. And folks, I want to hear from you. Come on, share a little bit, please. As little as just a photo like that. Maybe you got a hobby, maybe you got a pet, whatever it might be. Come on, share a little bit, folks. All right, so there's my plea for you folks to share, and I appreciate it. And thank you so very much once again, Michelle, and thank you so very much, Mom. I appreciate that. And now I think with that, we should get to our featured posts. And today I've got 4 featured posts. That's right. I've got featured posts from, and I am looking over here to read. I'm sorry, folks. But I got featured posts from Jax Sparrow. That's Jax with an X. Lizzie Grin, a name you should recognize. Marianne Henning. And Michelle Finnerty, another name you should recognize. So let's bring them up. We're going to be starting off with Jax with an X Sparrow. One moment here. Here we go. Oh, man, this made me laugh. I wear a lot of black, not intentionally to look thin, but I expect this is what I look like. Oh, thank you so very much, Jax. Next one is from Lizzie Grin. That's that you folks enjoy. Made me laugh. All right, thank you, Lizzie. Next one is from Marianne Henning. It's true. This goes for men and women, honestly, folks. I'm not a relationship counselor, but I have had a lot of experience in life. You ain't changing anybody. Unless it's their diapers. All right. Awesome. Thank you so very much, Marianne. And the fourth final but not least is from Michelle Finnerty. And yeah, I should go upstairs and ask my wife to be my Valentine right now. Maybe right after this video I'll do that. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Jax. And thank you to you, folks. Thanks for all the stuff you share. Thanks for making us the funniest city on the internet. You folks absolutely rock. We wouldn't be this successful if you weren't this funny. All right. Well, you know, let's have a sip of coffee to clear the voice so we can get to the bad jokes. There was a big sale at the Lego store yesterday. People were lined up for blocks. What kind of pants does a psychic wear? Oh, just a pair of paranormal pants. Probably medium-sized. I told a joke during a video conference for work and nobody laughed. I guess I'm not even remotely funny. I remember back when Canada switched from pounds to kilograms. There was mass confusion. Not to brag, but I beat our local chess champion in less than 5 moves. It's about time my karate lessons came to some use. Hope those made you laugh, and I've got some people to thank. I've got to thank Sue Ocheski for the paranormal pants joke, and I got to thank my beautiful, wonderful wife for that Lego joke lined up for blocks. And folks, I would love to thank you for your jokes. Why not send some jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com or leave them as a comment on today's video? I'd love to tell your jokes, folks. Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts. We got coffee cups. We've got to-go cups. We've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Hey, do me a favor today if you can. Do me 2 favors. First one, if you can, make somebody laugh. If it's the right time, if it's the appropriate place, try to make somebody laugh. You're going to make their day better. Second favor is along the same lines. I want you to make sure you're laughing, my friends. The whole thing, the whole point of this group is to make people laugh. You're making people laugh. Over 1,400,000 people every day come here for their laughs because you've made it funny. You're making them laugh. You deserve to be happy too. You deserve to laugh. Make sure you're laughing. If you haven't been laughing, hunt something down. Well, figuratively, hunt something down that's going to make you laugh. Whether it's a funny movie, whether it's just some memes off the group or something like that. Find something that makes you laugh because you deserve to be happy, my friend. And if it's really funny, I'd love it if you share it. Share it to the group. Share it as a comment on this video. I'll mention it to you.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Let's hear what's making you laugh, my friends.
I thought it was funny.
And with that,
I thought it was funny.
I hope you all have a fantastic day. We're going to be here again on Friday. Of course, that's Saturday for our friends down under, our friends in Australia.
I thought it was funny.
Well, I
hopefully
thought it
you'll be here too.
Well,
Keep laughing. Keep sharing.
well, I thought it was
funny. See you soon.